Good evening. We're going to venture into the land of the Hummus Among Us. So we got the same ingredients that we had when we made, what did we make? Oh, we made avocado zoodles, except we're not using any avocados. Okay. Which is a much better combination. You should never combine fat and carbohydrates, fat and starchy vegetables. And that's what we're dealing with here. This is a starchy meal. So this is sprouted chickpeas. And these are carrots. Those are both starchy vegetables. Chickpeas were sprouted in a nice big jar like this, 24 hours soaking in water, and then they were rinsed. Rinsed probably for 2 days every 12 hours. And they get a little sprout on them. And that means they're ready to rock and roll. So let's go over again what we have here. We've got tomatoes, all 100% organic. 95% of what I eat, what I consume, comes from the big island of Hawaii. So if the barges ever stop, I'm not going to get stuck. Anyways, we got organic tomatoes. We got the jalapeno pepper. We have the green onions, the greens from green onions. And we've got garlic chives, and we've got celery. Of course, the carrots, the chickpeas, and we have lime juice. So we're going to make a quick work of this. We're going to put our lime juice in here. This is just a Target food processor. I usually get them at thrift stores and they burn out after 6 months, but I only pay $5 for them. So we're going to go with the lime juice. Nice fresh limes right off the tree. And that should be enough. Then we're going to dump in the tomatoes. I'm also going to use some spices in this. Not a whole lot. We're going to put coriander and dill seed and chili powder. So it's going to be nice and spicy. And here goes the jalapeno. And here goes the green onions. All fresh, all organic. Here goes the garlic chives. And here goes the celery. Celery essentially is a salt substitute. I never use salt. Salt is a rock, and human beings do not digest rocks. Salt basically is haloine, and that is a mineral. You've heard the term rock salt. Well, salt, table salt, is just rock salt ground up. And it's very bad for your arteries. If you overdo it, it can lead to heart disease, but I don't use it at all because it's very dehydrating. And not only that, it's addictive. So celery is very high in natural sodium. Natural sodium, the sodium that is processed by plants. Okay, so this is, human beings were made to absorb and get nutrients and digest plants. Okay, they weren't made to digest rocks. So I'll get off the I'll get off the salt soapbox, and we'll proceed. So here we go. I'm going to put a little water in this right off the top. Okay, because the garbanzo beans tend to be pretty gritty. Go in there with a spoon. And now I am just going to dip carrots in this tonight, but like I said, you can use celery, you can use cucumber strips, and it's a full meal. It's totally a full meal. This will be more than filling. I probably won't even finish it, and I'll be totally satisfied. You can also get collard greens, of which I don't have any with me right now, and you can make a wrap out of them. And then you can... You can put whole tomatoes on top of the collard greens and sprinkle them with this, which is Spanish paprika. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. That's looking just right. I'm going to mix it up a little more. You got to be really careful with the water because you don't want it to get too watery. Okay, so now I'm going to put in a little chili powder now that we got it going. We've got a nice paste going there. So I'm going to put in a little chili powder. A couple of pinches, yeah. And I'm going to put in some coriander. This is coriander, ground coriander. Sprinkle it in my hand. Break it up. And pinch it on in. And might be a good idea to put some dill seed in, but I'll have to grind a little up. If you don't mind, bear with me. I'm going to grind in a coffee grinder. I'm going to put some dill seed in a coffee grinder, and I'm going to grind that stuff up. There we go. Probably got 3 times as much as we really want to put in there, but that's good. Save the rest for something else. So that's it for spices. Coriander, dill seed, and I have paprika if we want to put that on top once it's all made up. But let's run the old food processor in. Those spices in there real good. So I'm right at the borderline of this being too watery. I think I did okay. So let's take a look. This is hummus. This is the Hummus Among Us. Okay. So the next thing we do is we pop it in a bowl. And we get our carrot sticks bowled up somehow. There we go. Nice metal bowl. And then we simply eat it just like this. Magnifique. So that is how you make totally sustainable, 100% organic, Big Island grown, except maybe for the actual garbanzo beans, but primarily Big Island grown hummus, which you can make into wraps or use as a dip. And it's something that you want to keep on the starchy vegetable side. You don't want to mix this with anything but other starchy vegetables. Citrus fruit you can throw in there if you want. But I wouldn't use any tahini, nuts, seeds, avocados with this, because you might get some explosions you weren't counting on. Anyways, that's it. Trace Perot here, signing off. Adios.